Hello and welcome to a Dream Team Tonic deadline stream with myself and Ben. How you doing, mate?
All right, mate. How are you?
Rushed off my feet, coming straight from work. Just kick the shoes off real quick. Yeah, it's a tight one, isn't it, these Fridays?
Yeah.
But we
Same
made
thing
it.
for me.
Yeah, sorry guys for being a few minutes late there, but better late than never, eh? Right, where are we? 6:30 deadline then this evening. You all set?
I guess so. There's so many ways you could go this week.
I've just thrown a spanner and I saying, I think I've got mine planned. I think I'm bringing Pedro in, but I just had this horrible thought. Where it is tonight's game, what happens if we do get a leak that he's benched? I don't want to jinx it or nothing, but I was just thinking I haven't actually figured out a backup plan. So I'll have that in the back of my mind just while we go through a few questions. Good evening to everyone in the chat. We'll start making our way through some of these. Our captaincy poll is up as well. So if you want to get involved in that. Currently, Salah, 24%. Palmer, 39%. So he's leading the way. And then Haaland, just the 6%, because of course he's finished now, isn't he? Other though, with 32.
Yeah, so... lots of people were talking about selling him, but he went and scored a couple at midweek, didn't he? So
yeah, I wouldn't do that. Would you do that?
No, definitely not.
Not a chance. We'll try and keep an eye on some team news if we get anything. But if you do see anything on Twitter or anywhere, feel free to share it. But yeah, maybe tell us your source just so we can double check it. Let's kick things off with Killian. So, hi gents. If you wasn't using your booster, who would you captain? If you are, do you think this week is the best week? So obviously, quite a few people going other. That could be other captain, or I guess that could be max captain as well. You want it?
Yeah. I'd be using max captain this week. I think this is the best week. Just loads of reds on the fixture tickers for the good teams. And there's no standout captain, I don't believe. I think if I had to pick one, it's either Palmer or Cunha. And I can't get both of them in my team, so I'm going for Palmer, I think, at the minute.
Yeah. I've been asked a few times, if I wasn't using a booster, I would do Palmer as well. I just think that Southampton fixture looks really good. And then I had been saying all week that Aston Villa had been conceding goals, but then, of course, big game Martinez and Aston Villa as a whole just seem to get their clean sheets every time there's a massive match.
Yeah.
So they kept one against Juve. But yeah, I'd still fancy that, I think. But yeah, it's a bit of an insurance policy. I do think it is the best week to use it, but there will be plenty of other opportunities. There'll be doubles we don't know about as well, won't there? For potentially using it. So good evening to Ian Curry in the chat. Tom Fairburn, who's the biggest priority transfer in, Palmer or João Pedro? Oh, I can't hear anything.
I just said Palmer for me there. Like I just said before, best captaincy for me is Palmer. So yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna, if he's our best captain pick, I think we'd have to say it's Palmer. I think I'm gonna have both in my team at the moment, but yeah, I'd do Palmer. But it depends what else you have to do with your team. If you end up having to bring in a terrible defender to fit Palmer in, or completely rip things up, then yeah, it's different for each team, I do think. But yeah, in a flat out Palmer versus Pedro, I think it's got to be Palmer, hasn't it? Have you got a bunk bed? Evening boys and bunk beds? I've not got a bunk bed in there.
No, I think it was Conk. He's got a bunk bed. Like get a bunk bed behind him.
Evening, Connor, if you're there in your bunk bed. Need Saka in and want Pedro in. Do I get rid of Garnacho / Bruno or Kulusevski? / Bruno. What do you think of getting rid of Bruno at first? Because I mean, I was going through my comments trying to answer as many as I could, and there's a lot of people that want to take Bruno out this week, and the Discord as well. Quite a few said about taking him out. How do you feel about
that? Yeah, he played a bit deeper, didn't he, on Thursday? But obviously, Amarim's going to try a few things out. So I think Bruno's like going to be the main player in the team. Still going to be taking penalties as well. So I think it's risky taking him out because he can score. He scored 17 points last game week. So
to forget, aren't we?
Yeah.
I know it is a different lineup. He's already played sort of two different positions, hasn't he? But I think you want to try and give your United players a bit more chance if you could. I'm taking I think I'm taking Kulusevski out. They don't feel good. He's just hit a bit of form, hasn't he?
Yeah. Going to be going up 0.3 as well, probably.
Yeah. What do you think's the best route? Because I mean, Saka has got to come in. I think
I'd get rid of Nacho, just because we don't know if he's going to get his rest in the next match. Because he's rotating everyone at the minute, and Nacho's played the last 2 games. So yeah, or he could put him in wing back. I doubt that, but it's just a bit risky at the minute, innit? And you want someone who's nailed. So I'd probably go for Nacho out, keep Bruno in.
Yeah. If you can do that and keep Bruno, I'd do it that way as well and get rid of Garnacho. I don't want to lose Bruno. Bruno feels like one of them moves that I would have done earlier in the season where they have one bad week, I take them out, and then they haul. With Foden, the question has been about Foden quite a lot as well this week, and I just this week I just don't want to do it. It is a little bit of fear, and talk of him playing deeper as well in that 2 in centre mid like he did yesterday. I was thinking about it, and I'm sure there's no way they're going to play like Ugarte and Bruno in centre mid against Arsenal, for example, in the second game. I think they'll push him on. We've got Matt in the chat. Good evening, Miss Noopy as well. Evening. Still not finalised her captain choice, so have a little look at the captaincy poll. We've got Marco is in agreement with us as well, so he's doing max captain, but if he wouldn't, he was going Palmer. Let's have a look at the FF stuff projections. I
believe he's going up 0.3. Yeah,
but he did hobble off, didn't he?
Yeah, might be a doubt for the weekend. And Trent's back as well.
Yeah, and then I think he said that Trent was fit to start when they asked him. So, yeah, I would transfer Bradley out. Would you?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Liam hasn't used a booster yet. Already has Palmer, Salah, Haaland, Bruno. Would you do a 12th man? Bring Cunha in.
Yeah, it's a good week to do it. Good double game week for Wolves, and then they go back to singles next week. So if you want to maximise the chip, Bournemouth at home and Everton away, I think he's going to be one of the best players. If you've got someone you're happy captaining, and then bring Cunha as 12 man, I like that. Yeah, you just miss out on the price rise.
Yeah, where Palmer's already there.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. Obviously, we're doing the max captain, aren't we? But I think there's a good argument for goal bonus as well this week, isn't there?
Yeah.
Had a few people ask about that too. So yeah, definitely a booster week, but down to you which one. Jen's there. So take Vardiol or Bruno. Hang on. Take Vard or Bruno and Simicast out. Bring Timber and Gabby or Havertz.
Gabby's a doubt, isn't he?
Is that going to be Martinez or is that going to be Gabriel?
I think it's Gabriel.
We've got too many Gabbies at Arsenal.
Yeah,
I think not Jesus.
It's Gabriel. So I'd leave Gabriel and go for Timber and Havertz. But Vardio I'd probably take out just because it's going down. I think Bruno's going down 0.2, isn't he? Something like that. But yeah, I think Vardio for this little run of games, and they're out the cup as well. Man United's still in the cup, so you'll hopefully get an extra game out of Bruno rather than Vardio.
Bringing Timber and Gabby, or Timber or Havertz. So if it's Gabby or Havertz, if you can do Timber and Havertz, I'd do that. I think.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do that. I quite liked to look at Havertz, didn't I? But it threw me off a little bit with him being benched for that Forest game. But the lineups were weird, weren't they?
Mm.
Yeah, Miss Noopy saying trouble is Palmer. Is Palmer definitely going to play both matches? What do you think deep down?
I think he will because it's a Premier League double game week, but we don't know, do we? I'll be surprised if he rotates in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think
as much as the Europa game. I mean,
I just said to you before we started, didn't I? Like, if he's not playing this double, what double is he going to play?
Yeah,
probably isn't, is he? Yeah, then will we want to pick him? Brownie, Sky FF. So evening chaps, transfer dilemma. Hold Kelleher for 0.3 or get Forster. 12th man Palmer or straight swap for. Hang on, it's cut off for Bruno Fernandes. What do you do about the keeper thing first? We've not heard anything, have we, about Kelleher yet?
Yeah, Allison was in the stand, weren't he, in midweek? So I don't know if he's back. It's tricky. I think I'd risk it for another week and keep Kelleher. Yeah, he might get one game. You get a 0.3 rise out of it, and then because you're not really going to get much more points from a goalkeeper. What's the average points over 2 games for a goalkeeper? It's not a lot, is it really?
It's probably like between 3 and 4, isn't it? I think.
So yeah, and I'd keep Bruno Fernandes and do 12th man Palmer because he's going down in price as well. I think 0.1. So it's a good one to jump on and jump off.
Well, I said between 3 and 4, but Kelleher's is quite high. Martinez is 5. Kelleher 6.4. He's had a good week, hasn't he? Yeah, it's going to need to be fixed at some point, but I think maybe you could hold on to it if there's other things to do out on pitch there. Feels like an attacking week, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mr. H with a reminder: smash like button while you're all chatting away. Cheers, Mr. H. Grumpy Mother FPLer. Another Kelleher question. Would you keep him now or sell? So we're pretty much covered. If you've got nothing else to do, I would just get the Forster one out of the way. But otherwise, I think just get you out on field sorted.
Yeah, agree.
Jonathan. Diaz Delict out for Cunha and Timber. Oh, you had this. Toying with Porro instead, though. Worried Timber doesn't get a big rise. I think Timber's on track for 3, isn't he? He's on track for 0.3.
Yeah, 0.3 rise.
And that's the same. Is that the same as Porro? Is Porro 0.3 too?
Porro, should be going up 0.3 as well.
He's actually he's down as 0.2.
Right, yeah. It'll be close anyway.
Yeah. Go on. You're in a better spot for this one.
Yeah, I wanted to get Porro, but I think I'm going to be 0.1 out.
Oh. So. Yeah, it's tight, isn't it, between the two? I think I said to you, didn't I? I think that you got a better chance. You've got a better chance, I think, of the clean sheets with Arsenal, but it's just Porro does everything else, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He had 3 shots on target this game week, including the goal, obviously, which is pretty mad.
Yeah, he gets everything. He gets points for chances created. He got a few assists recently as well, and obviously he got a clean sheet the other day, where that was just a bonus on top. It's like you're putting him in, and you're not expecting clean sheets, really, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's normally the other way around, isn't it? You want the clean sheet, and then if you get an attack in return, it's a bonus. But
yeah,
it's almost the other way with him. I'm bringing Timber in, so I think that answers that. But I do think Porro is a very good pick as well. Evening Nobbles in the chat. We've got John Seymour. So Bruno Fernandes and Vardiol out for Palmer and Timber. Would rather take out Foden instead of Palmer, but can't justify 4 Man United players. Has this week been enough to put you off having 4 United?
Yeah, a little bit. Not so much defensively, but yeah, I'm thinking Garnacho out. I want to keep Bruno just because he's like the main man in the team. If it was between Fernandes and Foden, I think I'd keep Fernandes just because he's the main guy, and they've got the cup match as well in a few weeks, so that's a double for him there when Foden's already been knocked out, and he's got Liverpool this week.
Yeah, I think I'd still do it the way he's doing it initially. Would you?
I think I'd keep Fernandes. Me.
What over Foden?
Yeah.
You know he's going to get the starts. I suppose it's just painful taking out either of those.
Yeah.
But I would do it for Palmer. I would bring him in. Connor, captain in Cunha. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like it. I wish I could get him in my team. It's just a bit too expensive now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I do prefer Cunha over Pedro, but I can't afford him and bring Timber in. So
he's fine.
Well, and that leads into this one from Mark Warner as well. So Palmer, Pedro, Cunha.
Yeah, Palmer just over Cunha.
Yeah, I'd go Palmer, Cunha, then Pedro. But yeah, like I said, I am bringing Pedro. Greg, thinking of taking Haaland out for Cunha, so he can have Pedro, Salah, Cunha.
Risking it, but I mean, it's a good week to do it. But the Forest game after that is midweek. That could be. They battered Forest last season, didn't they? At home.
Arsenal just did as well.
They're in bad form, aren't they? But it's Haaland, isn't it? He's still scored 2 goals midweek, didn't he? And then the week after, then Haaland's got a double and Cunha's only got a single. So it's like you're gonna have to reverse it probably. So I probably should leave it.
Yeah, we've got another Cunha captainer. Ben Davies, anyone? I don't know what the latest is on the returning Spurs centre backs. Do you?
I haven't looked, but I can have a quick look. I probably wouldn't bother.
I wouldn't do it. I don't particularly like that.
Yeah, Romero could be back on Sunday, so 25% chance at the minute, according to Premier injuries. Yeah. But you've got the other fella, haven't you? The Romanian, what's he called?
Dragusin.
Dragusin. He can play there as well, so if one of them comes back earlier, he's going to get dropped.
Yeah, it's too risky for me, I think, or too short term. Cardamondo is like in Saka captaincy. He's just another good candidate, which is why I think Max captain looks pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
JC is also captain in Saka.
Yeah. Oh, look, he got 30 points this week, didn't he, Saka? So that would have been a nice Max captain.
Dan, he's thinking Vardiol, Bruno out and Timber Jackson in. I saw Tony put Jackson as his differential of the week, didn't he?
Yeah.
4 yellows spooks me.
Yeah. He could get one. He could get yellow in the first match and then he misses the second one, doesn't he? So it's tricky. I wouldn't do it for this week.
And the good match is Southampton, isn't it? The second.
Yeah, I'd rather go for Cunha. If you can't get Cunha, then Pedro.
JC, Saka's got the armband. Adam H, Rico Lewis to Timber, Fernandes to Pedro or Cunha. That's what I told you, didn't I? There's a lot of Brunos out. Yeah. Cunha if you can afford it.
Cunha.
Noble Sand captaincy is the hardest all season. 5 good options. Evening to Stephen. Stephen's captain in Cunha as well. I can't. I'm looking forward to seeing how this FF stuff captaincy, what do you call it, pie chart comes out. Ice Kitty with the max captain as well. What do you think of this one?
Definitely keep Fernandez. I just think he's nailed for 2 games. Do you want to read it out? So
can't decide either Vardiol and Diaz out for Timber and Cunha, or Vardiol and Fernandez out for Saka and Timber / Porro.
Oh, right. So he can't get Saka unless he takes Fernandez out.
I'd prioritise Saka above Bruno, would you?
Yeah. That's confusing.
Yeah. Help us out with the wording on these. Savinho, Lewis, Vardiol need to take out only 2 transfers. Savinho and Lewis.
Yeah, I think so. Just because Vardiol's nailed for 2.
Macamreedy, so front 3, Solanke, Haaland and Salah. Would you change any of them for Cunha or Pedro? Plan is to keep the same 3 and 12th man Cunha. So if you're 12th man in Cunha, would you swap one of the others to Pedro?
All right.
Solanke.
I don't know. Solanke's a bit frustrating to have. I've had him earlier in the season, and then he had a good week about 2 weeks later after I sold him, and then he's gone crap again. So he had an all right week this week, didn't he? But yeah, it's a tricky one. I'd probably go for the Pedro one and the 12th man Cunha. I just fancy him for this week.
Yeah, I would. I would do that. I am keeping an eye, trying to find out if we get any leaks, but barely anything comes through anymore, does it? Last season when we were doing these, we were getting like full lineups beforehand. Yeah, I was panicking a little bit. Just it's the way my brain works. But like, who could I've got 4.3 left if say Porro doesn't start, and for me it'd be between like Mbuemo and Solanke. So I don't think Solanke's bad if you wanted to keep him, but I'd rather have Pedro, I think, for this week. You can get Solanke back the week after if you want, can't you? European week after. Got a super chat from DD1. So Ghana / Foden / Kudu out. Pedro / Palmer in. Plus 12 mil. Wait,
Plus he's got 12 mil spend probably. I don't know. I'd probably sell Garnacho out of them 3. And then obviously Palmer in. Plus 12 mil. I'd go for Cunha if you can. You can get Palmer and Cunha in.
Oh, is that plus 12th man? Is he?
Oh, plus 12th man. Right, sorry. Yeah. Get Cunha in then. Oh, he's not putting him on there, but all right, put Pedro in and 12th man Palmer in. You'll get the price rise from Pedro, and then you'll get Palmer on a decrease, but he won't be in your value anyway of your team.
Yeah, do it that way. Yeah, I like that. Build the budget, can't you? And then, yeah, you want to be 12th man in your most expensive player if you can, can't you?
Yeah.
I still don't want to lose Foden. I know everyone's disappointed with how he's been recently, but I still don't want to lose him in my team. Cheers for the super chat, DD1. They don't make it easy to find what question we were on after that. I think it was this one. So it was after Macamreedy. Who to move on, Vardiol or Foden? It's Vardiol for me.
Yeah, Vardiol.
One for you. Totti Gomez question. Your boy Tito.
No, he's staying in for the double game week. Yeah, got a good double game week. Bournemouth home, Everton away.
João Pedro is in the building. Someone's just posted a picture of him. We know he's there at least.
Yep.
Best £3 million defender, thinking Cucurella. Cucurella.
Oh, God. I like a stupid one for 2.3, is he?
Yeah, go lower. I don't think they're the best defence, are they?
Who? Brighton?
No, going Cucurella.
Chelsea?
Yeah. No, I like a Stupinian. It's nice and cheap, isn't he?
Yeah, they've got Southampton, Fulham, Leicester, Palace in the next 4.
Yeah, I'd rather do that, I think. Their run stays nice pretty much the whole way through. If you can find the 0.2 somewhere, I still like Delict. But I'm guessing 3 mils all you've got.
He'll be 3 mil next week, probably, Delict.
Another 12-man, Palmer or Cunha. I think we're both Palmer over Cunha, aren't we? That's what we said. Would you swap Delict / Garnacho to Timber / Palmer? Palmer. He's having us on here. There's too many options. Delict Garnacho to Timber Palmer, or got Vardiol Delict to Timber Gabriel. Well, Gabriel's a bit of a doubt, so I probably don't do him. Timber Palmer.
Yeah.
Help us out.
I think he means and Delict and Garnacho to Timber and Palmer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd still do Timber Palmer there. Yeah. Another Cunha Pedro. Cunha. So we're saying Palmer, Cunha, Pedro for everyone there.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's a few questions in one. I think we've covered that now. Right, let's pick a few out that we're not done. Kelleher, keep or sell? We don't know what the correct answer is going to be. We both like Fraser Forster, don't we? If you are making that change for this week.
Yeah, it's 1.8 million, and he should get Europe as well. He played in Europe yesterday, so it could be a double game week goalkeeper. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Spurs ain't the best defence, but for 1.8 million, you can't expect much, and it gives you more money for the team on the field.
This one, it was keep Bruno, wasn't it?
For me, it is, yeah.
Bruno and Foden. Besides Palmer, do you think any other Chelsea assets are worth a shout? Felix, Madueke, maybe. If you couldn't get to Palmer, would you do one of them to try and cover it if you can afford it?
No, I'd just go Cunha.
Yeah, I think he's a better pick.
I'm so gutted I can't get him. I want him on this Max Captain.
Tony always has a great time with him, don't he?
Yeah.
As well. If you have Vardiol and Lewis, which one would you move on first? Can't do both. Vardiol to Timber or Lewis to Udogie. Yeah, that's the problem where Lewis is cheaper. The option replacement's not as good.
That's tricky, that.
I reckon I'd do Vardiol to Timber. I really like Timber. I actually don't think Lewis is going to play Liverpool, but I think you might get him for Forest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I probably agree with you.
I'm going to read this one out from Tom Palmer. I reckon his mate is listening. Hoping his mate Lewis Todd misses the deadline as he'll be too busy at the Swingers Club. Enjoy your Friday, Lewis. Evening, Matthew Gilbert. Evening, Daniel James. Oh, Grassroots to Glory. That's Tony. Have a good one, mate.
Hey up, Tony.
We've got channel member Luke High in there. 201st. No boosters used. Could bring in Saka and Palmer for Martinelli and Bradley. Then play Max Cap. Or play the 12th man for Palmer. Get the price drop and bring in Saka and Cunha. Oh.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Who was your captain though? If you did that,
I'm bottling choosing the captain this week, so that's why I like Max captain. Yeah, because if your 12th man's Palmer, he can't captain him, can he?
yeah,
So you'd have to go brave on the captaincy, unless you're just going like Salah or someone. I'd do the Max captain route. What would you do?
yeah. I think this is probably the best week for Max captain for me.
Would you do Foden or Mbuemo out for Saka? It's got to be Mbuemo, I think, for me.
Oh, it's tricky because Mbeumo definitely sell him next week, but for Leicester this week, in it, Brentford have, where is it? They've got Leicester and Villa. Yeah, they're still in the cup in a couple of weeks as well, but they've got Chelsea, Newcastle, so it's hard. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, probably Mbeumo. But talisman, isn't he? Talisman.
Yeah, depends. I still think I'd stay Foden, but I do think Mbuemo. Or sorry, I got corrected on. I can always say Mbuemo, Mbumo. I'm gonna get it right. I can't remember. I forgot your name. Who pulled me up on it, but I got it. Mbumo. Yeah, I reckon he's a decent pick. I don't think people are going to bring him in this week because of the price drop, or because he's not been on it the last few weeks. But he's been good this season, hasn't he? I think he could go under the radar this week. He does fit the bill if Pedro doesn't make it, but we've just seen pictures of him walking about on the pitch now, so I'm confident he's there. Not to put the fear in anyone. Yeah, Mark Scott, Max captain. Ice Kitty, will Calafiori play regularly? I think he will. We've not got many options at the moment. And he'll try and avoid starting Zinchenko where possible. How many goals has Rashford scored? From Tony.
Scored last week, didn't he?
Hey, do you think City will bounce back this weekend? Is this going to be the one? You see that Konate's injured?
Is he definitely missing the game?
Yeah, 5 to 6 weeks as well, they've said.
So Kwanzaa's coming in. Or it might be Gomez,
Yeah, or Gomez. That's actually Adam's question. Leave Vicario and Konate in the team. To swap Foden for Saka and Solanke to Cunha. No. Just want your bodies there. You're losing like 4 games, aren't you there?
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Swap out your injured players. Gavardio, Garnacho out, Palmer, Porro in, Pedro 12th man.
I'd put Pedro in and then Palmer 12th man.
Yep.
Unless you want Palmer for the singles.
Yeah, you can build budget that way though, can't you?
Yeah.
Not for this week, but Quansah or Gomez could be a shout soon. Yeah, we don't know which is going to start, but once we know, I think the fixtures get better after this week as well.
Yeah.
2.5 Quansah. That's a bit of you, isn't it? 3.1 Gomez. Who's going to be this week's Emmanuel Dennis? João Pedro. Get sent off in the first game and miss the double.
I'll take that because Max Captain's going to cover something, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm worried for Nobbles. He's got Jackson. Don't want that 5th yellow. Would you rather get Nunes and Garnacho out for Mateta and Palmer, or Nunes and Bruno out for Palmer and, let's say, Cunha?
You answer that first.
Mateta and Palmer. I don't really like Mateta.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for Mateta.
I'd do the second one, and I think, and hope Bruno doesn't sting you. But yeah, I don't like taking Bruno out that much.
That's a differential, isn't it?
Mateta, yeah. 2.9.
Yeah.
Newcastle at home, Ipswich away. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it.
He's been flying at some points in the season last year.
Yeah.
And at the start of the season, he was all right as well.
Check your teams are all hunky-dory, all locked in. It's 18 minutes past, so 6:30 is the deadline. Make sure your boosters are activated as well. I have Rodgers. I'm thinking of bringing in Gomez of Wolves. What do you think? It doesn't narrow it down, mate. That's free. There's free Gomez from Wolves.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing he means
he's
the
on 4
midfield
yellow
one.
cards, isn't he? Oh, he might be on Jao. Yeah, he's Jao Gomez is on about because he's a midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah, João Gomez got 16 points in a week. You know what? I think he could be on 4 yellows as well.
I'd probably go to Kulusevski if it's around that budget.
2.8. We don't know if he's got any more in the bank, though. Do you know, I'd keep Rodgers. Well, he's going to go down, but I don't know. He's got some good fixtures coming up after Chelsea, Brentford, and Southampton the week after. So Southampton the week after.
Yeah,
You want him home for Southampton. I'd just keep him.
Keep.
Mazraoui or Vardiol for Timber.
Definitely Vardiol.
Decide between Diaz and Pedro. Sorry, Diaz Pedro or Jackson.
Definitely Pedro over Jackson.
Yeah, Pedro and Timber, and get Vardiol out. Mazraoui's brilliant.
Yeah.
Matthew Gilbert. So thinking of putting Saka and Palmer for either Solanke, Foden, or Mbumo. Sorry, Mbumo. I'm going to say it enough times to get it right. Brian Mbumo. Solanke and Mbumo for me.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But I don't want to lose Foden. I just don't. Yeah, another Vardiol out.
Long, even though he's not scoring a lot of goals. He had attacking return in the last 3 Champions League games before this game just gone.
11 ppm, wasn't it? So 1 off the maximum bonus.
Best player in the game last year, wasn't
he? Yeah, he's got credit in the bank for me with that. Is Vardiol a hold? I think we've just made that clear as a no. Steve Ricks, evening lads, going for Foden and Johnson. Out for Matoma and Pedro. Oh, that's 2 good players out though. With Palmer's low scoring past couple of game weeks, you can never be sure of him. Yeah, he has been off it, but
he's had hard games. He's had really hard games.
Was it Arsenal, United? Leicester, he could have easily scored if Madueke hadn't got in the way.
That was definitely a goal if Madueke wasn't like keeping in the way.
Fine margins.
Yeah, if he scored last week, everyone would be putting him in.
We've got a couple in the Discord. So, we've already had that one actually from Mike White. So, cheers, Mike. Any Chelsea assets other than Palmer worth a punt? Felix Madueke, we answered that one, I reckon. Yeah, not for us. Pedro. Tielemans to Palmer or Diallo to Cunha/Pedro. Prioritise Palmer.
Yeah.
Diallo's looked all right as well, hasn't he? Bit of a gem. What would you do with Joe's question here? So are you thinking you'll take Palmer out the week after or just ride it out all the way through to 16?
I'm happy to keep him if I have to. But yeah, we'll see how the land lies next game week. It could be injuries, suspensions. So might have to keep him, which I'm happy to keep him for the odd single here and there.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've had him for a few singles so far and tried that, and it just hasn't worked for me each time. Each time I thought, well, he could outscore a doubler. He's got the potential, but he hasn't done it for me each time.
Well, he
I've not.
scored 4 goals in one game. He got
Mm,
3 assists in another. So he has got it in the, and he done it last season as well. He scored a couple of hat tricks last year.
yeah. Did we do this one here? Saka and Palmer for either Solanke, Foden, and Boomer. Yeah, we've done that one. Max captain, so that's not an issue. Yeah, done it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, DD1 said 12th man ran out of characters, so at least we got that right. I didn't realise there was a character limit on those. Kevin gone for Vardiol and Diaz out for Cunha and Timber. Who should be captain? Haaland. I said it in that voice note to the hub earlier. Like,
Yeah.
Haaland, I don't think he's a bad captaincy shout.
Yeah.
Especially Konate out as well.
Yeah. And he's got Forest at home in the second game. I think it'll be good differential captain.
Like, we're covered with a max captain if it does happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not bad. Just because City are doing bad. The football bros are doing max captain as well. Adam, Kulu, Bruno, Saka, Foden, Garnacho, Haaland. No chips used. Get Palmer. Try and get Palmer in there. If you're not used the chip, 12th man him.
Yeah, well, max captain.
Dalot to Porro or Garnacho to Pedro? Which has got the bigger upside?
Probably the Pedro, I think.
I've still got the Dalot. I'm not fussed. He didn't start it yesterday, but I still think he's a good option. Who'd you take out of these?
Palmer, Garnacho, Bruno.
Yeah.
Or Solanke.
Sorry, to get Palmer in, would you take out Garnacho, Bruno, or Solanke?
Probably Garnacho.
Yeah, I'm in agreement, even though he did score yesterday. Lock in, 4 minutes. What are you laughing at there?
I'm saying he couldn't miss, could he?
He had a few sitters, didn't he, as well? That he did miss. Just a quick, before we do any others, I just want to quickly see if there's any late leaks coming through here. I'd like it to be straightforward, really.
I want Cunha so bad. I want him in my team. But I've had my heart set on Palmer for this game week for a while, so I've gone with it.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Southampton's the one in it.
Can you imagine Palmer's bench draw it?
Yeah, I know.
We've got two cracks at South. If you get Pedro in, you've got two cracks at it.
Yeah.
Pedro and Palmer. I'm just quick. I keep double, triple checking that it's all locked in, because when you play the boosters, it's a bit scary, isn't it? But I've got it there. Would you get rid of any Foden, Saka, Fernandez for Palmer this week? Already played 12th man. Yeah, probably Foden if you have to.
Yeah.
But we don't like it. If you really have to. Timber and Cunha or Stupinian Palmer? Oh.
Probably Timber and Cunha.
I think it's more balanced, isn't it? Just a bit. Yeah. Don't know who your captain is, though. 2 minutes remaining. Going to be tough messing about with it now.
No leaks, is there?
Nothing. We're locked in. Sorry, guys, that's it. Lock into your team. Just quickly confirm for Steve. If you pick max cap, does it change around? So on the max captain, it doesn't matter who you set. Just make sure you activate it, and then whoever's your best player at the time, it will just move around. A lot of people get it confused with like triple captain on FPL, but it's not that.
I lock it. I always lock it on the one I think that I would have captained, and then when it moves around, then you can see if you got it right.
No, stick it on Murich for a laugh.
And then the max captain don't work. I wouldn't do that in Dream Team. Sometimes it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, we hear enough stories that things have gone wrong. So I've got mine on Palmer, even though it's activated.
Yeah, same.
Evening, James. Evening, Rodders. Good luck, Nobbles. Well, you got time to have a quick look at what the captaincy comes out just as we pass? You've muted, mate, I think, somehow.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look.
I'm just going to be relieved after this deadline going. I don't like it at all on a Friday. Especially when there's a game on a Thursday as well.
Yeah, looks like there's no more Fridays for a while. Might be in the new year for the FA Cup third round, but we don't obviously know the fixtures yet as they're not going to draw. That'll be the 11th, around the 11th of January.
There's some risky moves going on. Swapped Saka captain for Haaland last minute. I mean, either's a great option, really.
Is it updated yet?
Let's have a look. My team's gone through all right, so that's that out of the way. Let us know in the chat if you've forgot to activate your boosters or captain. Right, FF stuff. Game week captains. That's not updated yet. Be a few minutes. It was 56 on Haaland last time round.
My team's disappeared. I can't.
Mate, you got no players. You got max captain activated, but you've got no players.
I know. What's that all about?
Mike's just running. I don't know if that means he's sorting the captaincy out or the website, or if he's on the treadmill. He likes to listen. He does like to listen on the treadmill. He said before. If you're on the treadmill, Mike, keep going. Otherwise, we'll wait patiently for the. Yeah, he's just done it. Cheers again, Mike. Check out ffstuff.co.uk. You can look at all the price projections for each week, player data, and all that stuff. Right. Do you want to guess, or have you got it there?
I've just pulled it up.
You've looked. It's tight.
Yeah.
That is so close. Hang on. I can bring it on screen.
The top four is like basically all 20% each.
Look at that.
There's going to be some swings this week, isn't there?
That is beautiful. Oh, well, I don't know if you're able to, if you know the answer, Mike. But what happens if people go max captain? Just nothing. I'm guessing.
I would imagine it's the one it's sat on.
Maybe. That's 24% Palmer, 22% Salah, 21 Haaland. Even Saka's not far off. Yeah, Mike said he uses their original selection. So yeah, that is tight, isn't it? Do you feel good about using max cap now? You've seen that?
Someone's put max caps in on Forster, haven't they?
Yeah, nice. I hope they have. They might have forgot to activate.
What were you saying there?
Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, that looks decent, that doesn't it? Yeah, do you feel good about using Max Captain and seeing that?
Definitely, yeah.
5% on Cunha, is that? Do you reckon that's Tony?
Conk's got him as well, hasn't he?
There's a Martinelli in there. Ollie Watkins, Havertz, Timber. I guess there could, yeah, like you said, there could be Max Caps in there, couldn't there? Let's look at the
transfers in.
Have you got it there? Yeah.
Yeah, Cole Palmer 38% in the top 1K. Timber 37%. So they're my two transfers. Saka 18%. João Pedro 17%. Cunha only 11%. Porro.
Is that Pedro above Cunha? Did you say?
Yeah, 17. He's nearly 6% ahead. Porro 10%. Forster 9.6% in the top 1K. Yeah, and then the rest is like below 5. You've got Madison 3.5. And a few Stupignans, Calafiores, Kulusevski, Udogi, Eze. Eze for the double.
Eze. Yeah, he's back available. Yeah. I don't know if he'll start, but
Mitoma, Mbumo, Odegaard, Trent. Some thought Trent's back in then. Johnson. Yeah.
Who's come out? Is Bruno high up on the outs? Oh, yeah. That could be a nice one if he goes off this week. Vardiol, most transferred out. 29.3 in the top 1K. Then Bruno Fernandes, 22.6. And Foden, 19.1. Garnacho's there as well. Ooh. Yeah, I imagine that's people that just didn't have the budget, wasn't it, for Palmer, I'm guessing, or Saka this week and got a little bit caught out maybe. Yeah, the form hasn't been great for Foden, has it? But we'll see how they fare this week. Should we wrap that up there? Go watch Brighton. Yeah, cheers for tuning in, guys. Again, sorry it was a little bit late, but we got there in the end. Our latest episode, we're recording this weekend to our YouTube channel members and Discord/Patreon community. You can become a channel member by just hitting join now, I think. Or you can go to patreon.com/Dream Team Tonic. Yeah, good luck, everyone. Good luck, Ben.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Catch you on the next pod.
Yeah, catch you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers.